Okay, so when will the students be able to select classes?
Okay, scheduling, ideally, I would love for scheduling to happen earlier in the year, like January or February, but every year we have a shift in teachers or we have new electives and things, especially this year with the snow days, we are backed up a little bit, so we're looking at April sometime, early April.
Are there any new electives that students will be able to take next year?
Yeah, and again, that's some of that is a little bit on hold because we are going to hopefully hire an additional staff member, and we have a couple different ideas for additional teachers depending on what type of teacher we're able to bring on staff to add to our electives. So, and in the future, quite honestly, I'm hoping that the teachers will be able to do a little interview like this to be able to describe the electives that they teach, because students have lots of questions and I feel like I can give them basic answers, but I think it's fun for the teachers to be able to share what they do in class with the students directly. So.
And will we be using the same bell schedule next year?
Well, yes. Generally speaking, it'll be the same 9 periods with start date, or the start time will obviously go back to the original 7:50 instead of 7:40. So the snow days we'll have to start over again next year if we have that problem again. So
okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Movie review. In recent times, we haven't really done a movie review, so here I am making one from my room down in my house. So let me just start this off by saying I am reviewing the movie Venom, and Venom is an excellent movie. I feel like I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed the storyline. I enjoyed how the movie is really put together, and the graphics are just fantastic in the movie. It really embodies like CGI and shows some cool effects you can do with CGI, such as like black goo climbing up someone, I guess. Gives you that comic book feel of a movie and really just puts it all together for you so that you see the true story of Eddie Brock as he travels his life as Venom and fights off people, and really it shows like the progression of Venom from being a bad guy who only wants to kill and only wants to return to his home planet to being a good guy, such as him and Eddie working together to fight off the bad guys in the movie. I feel like Marvel does a great job with their movies, and Venom, as all Marvel movies, is a great movie, and there's not much more you can say about it. I can't really hype it up more other than like I can tell you the storyline and stuff. So I'm just saying, take it, go watch it, take your money and buy a movie ticket or buy it online or rent it. It's a good movie. If you want to have a good time and watch a good movie, get Venom. I don't want to make this movie review long, so I'm just going to say that this is definitely a take the cash and go spend it on this movie. This is a 5 out of 5 Arthur Morgans, and just a fantastic movie.
So, we walk by these records every day. Which one do you think of these has the best chance of going down?
Well, to be truthful, to get records and to break records, you've got to put a lot of work in. I would say probably the best record would be the 1600 meter set by Jacob Long. It's a 4:30.7. I would say Mason White has a good chance of breaking that. If not this year, he's definitely, if he stays healthy and continues to pursue track and field, I think that one would go down before he graduates. The other one that I think has a good chance is the 800, 159. I think we can do better than 159.8 here at Cardington. And I truly think that some of the other ones can be broken, but again, we have to have athletes that are willing to stick with it all year long and treat it like some of the other sports where you're doing club volleyball or you're doing club this or AAU, and we've got good records for a D3 school.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So what is the biggest difference people will notice from last year's baseball team and this year's?
I think the biggest difference that you're going to see this year with our baseball team is just more consistency, being able to finish games, and also having a lot more energy on the field.
Thank you.
State bound or bust. That's our eventual goal. but it's more about how we get there. It's about our day-to-day preparation, making sure we do all the little things correctly, and simply getting better every day as individuals and as players. We talk every year about controllables and uncontrollables. What we can control is how hard we work, how much we want it, and how much effort we put into it. The uncontrollables are all things that we'll deal with down the road, but our main goal is to get better every single day. And if we do that, then we have a really good shot of reaching all our goals, including winning a KMAC championship, getting our 4th straight district title, and our 3rd straight regional title. And if we can do all that, then we're right back to where we want to be in Akron in early June. Thanks.
So last Saturday, March 9th, our club went to the Carousel Works. That's in Mansfield, Ohio. They are basically the only company in America that makes wooden carousel. They have a bunch at different zoos, on cruise ships, and basically all over the country. Right now they are looking for apprenticeships, so they want to teach people how to do their craft. And so our club went and just checked the place out so we could see what it was all about. So when we arrived at the Carousel Works, we got greeted by one of their master painters. It was really cool because she took us around to everything. They had a machine that's built in the 1800s that they could duplicate pieces of the carousel animals, legs and arms and heads. She took us around and showed us how they glue the wood together to basically create a big enough area to carve all the horses and different animals that they did. They took us around to some of the carvers. They spoke to us and showed us how they worked to kind of get the rough out of every animal that they were doing and then add to it. We talked to the owners of the company, and then the master painter herself took us back around to her area and talked about how she painted and what kind of paint she used and the process that she went through to help put the finishing touches on all the carousels. And we even got to travel into Mansfield to the Richland Carousel and ride one of the Carousel Works creations. So that was really fun.
What did you like about the trip, and what do you think students can learn the most from it?
The big thing that was fun and interesting to me is they do a lot of their carousels for zoos. So it was so many different animals than you could imagine than just the traditional carousel horse. And the time and the craft that they have to put into it to create just one carousel, that was pretty amazing.